In this video, I will be giving a guide to obtaining the best melee weapons in Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. This video will be split into 3 sections: Overworld spawns, monster drops, and Hyrule Castle looting routes. The Overworld spawns are the easiest weapons to obtain, so early game players should prioritize those. The Hyrule Castle looting routes are especially easy if you have Majora's Mask. Overworld spawns are weapons that are located in specific areas not held by monsters, and respawn every blood moon, which occur after around 3 hours of playtime. This is a list of Overworld spawn weapons whose locations are in this video: Royal Claymore, Gerudo Spear, Edge of Duality, Moonlight Scimitar, Great Thunderblade, and 3 Great Flameblades. The first location is a small mountain next to Gerudo Tower. Fast travel to it, face north, and look for a large stump on the mountain. There will be 3 boulders blocking the entrance to this stump, so use stasis on the bigger one and hit it a few times. This is where you will find the Gerudo Spear, Edge of Duality, Moonlight Scimitar, and some other pieces of equipment like the Golden Bow and Radiant Shield. There will also be some chests that don't respawn, so if this is not your first time looting this room, you cannot reclaim the loot in the chests. The next location is very simple. Fast travel to Woodland Tower and climbing the skull. At the top, there will be a Royal Claymore sticking out of it. The next location is a tiny elevated island surrounded by monsters, so the procedure to acquire this weapon is a little troublesome. Fast travel to Central Tower and head west until you get to Mount Daphne. Climb the mountain and use the paraglider to soar into the center of the island. Pick up the Great Flameblade and get out quick. The next location is at Elden Great Skeleton. The Gore Tor Shrine is relatively close, so fast traveling there would be optimal. Head west until you reach the skull and walk under it. In the center will be a reddish rock with another Great Flameblade sticking out of it. The next location is on Lome Labyrinth Island. For this location, you'll either need a fire arrow or a Great Flameblade from earlier. If you have the 2-color shrine, fast travel there. If not, head to the Akala Ancient Tech Lab and use the paraglider to get to the shrine. Once you're at the shrine, go down the stairs on the right and jump straight down. To your right will be a small room full of thorns. Light the thorns on fire with your fire source. Once the thorns clear, climb up the wall and follow the path to the 3rd and final Great Flameblade. The last location will be on Kuho Mountain. Fast travel to Tabantha Tower and head northwest to reach there the fastest. Once you reach the mountain, follow the rocks to the left until there's an opening to the right. Follow that path through the valley to find a Great Thunderblade. The next category of weapons is monster drops. Often enemies hold very powerful weapons, and once you kill them, you can take that weapon. However, they don't always need to die in order to get their weapon stolen. Using shock arrows or a Thunderblade will cause them to drop all held equipment. This is what I would recommend to take weapons from mobs, since killing them takes longer and is a lot riskier. The first weapon is the giant Boomerang. Slightly northeast of the Dako Ta Shrine, you will find a Lizalfos, color may vary by difficulty, holding the giant Boomerang. Shock or kill it to obtain the weapon. The next weapon is the Eightfold Longblade, found near the Rucko Mog Shrine. Head southwest to encounter a black Lizalfos holding the Eightfold Longblade. Sneak up behind it for a sneak attack, or shock it to retrieve the weapon. The next weapon is the Demon Carver, a powerful one-handed weapon found directly east of the Jabai Shrine. A Yiga clan member will appear holding this weapon after taking back the Thunder Helm from the Yiga clan hideout in the Gerudo Desert. The next subsection of monster drops will be Hinox necklace weapons. The weapons displayed here are examples of equipment that hang from the Hinox's neck. Retrieving these weapons is simple. Find a high ground like a tree or a hill, and glide onto the Hinox's belly. Once you land, spam pick up all the weapons and run away. Hinox loot may vary based on how many divine beasts you have cleared. The more you've defeated, the better the loot will be. Here are some black Hinox locations. Lake Totori south of Rito village on the road between Burita Nag Shrine and Vu Lota Shrine. Hebra West Summit. Warp to Hyamiu Shrine, then travel south along the westernmost edge of Hebra West Summit. Giant's Forest, northwest of Central Tower. East Gut Check Rock, slightly northeast of Gore Tor Shrine. Tempest Gulch, southeast of Zuna Kai Shrine and Skull Lake. Tabal Woods, east of Laneru Tower. Rabella Wetlands, south of Mount Taran, west of Tawajin Shrine. The last subsection is the Coliseum, which is directly east of the Rota U Shrine. The Coliseum is a 4-layered battle arena, with each floor, except the bottom one, containing 3 enemies. The top floor has Moblins, the third floor has Lizalfos, the second floor has Bokoblins, and the bottom floor has a Lynel. The number of divine beasts you have killed changes what difficulty the enemies will be, and the weapons they hold. If you've completed 0 or 1 divine beasts, they will hold soldier class weapons. 2 divine beasts cleared drops knight class weapons, 3 drops royal, and 4 drops elemental. Each floor will contain a spear, one-handed sword, and two-handed sword variant of the weapon class associated with your progress. Once you reach the elemental stage, each floor will either be flame weapons, thunder weapons, or ice weapons. Looting the Coliseum can be tricky. The best way to do it would be shooting the monsters with shock arrows, picking up their weapons, and then running to the next one. However, sometimes the Lynel will shoot at you with shock arrows once you reach the second floor with Bokoblins. This is when you need to either retreat or proceed quickly. The last category of weapon gathering is Hyrule Castle. Looting Hyrule Castle is much easier if you have Majora's Mask and at least 2 ancient arrows. If not, you will have to fight a lot of tough enemies during this process. If you have the Saskosa Shrine in the castle, you can fast travel there. If not, you'll have to walk to this specific spot from the nearest shrine you have unlocked. Once you reach this spot, glide towards this little pathway. You only need 1 stamina wheel to fly, swim, and climb there. Next to the Lizalfos at the entrance is a great Flameblade. Run past the keys up the stairs and light the fireplace if you haven't already. This unlocks the shrine. Keep running up the stairs and use magnesis to move the metal box and door out of the way. Go straight forward and move the other metal door to grab a stone smasher. You can break the ore deposits and open the chest. Leave the room and take a left. Move the metal door with magnesis and grab the Royal Guard's shield. Go up the stairs to the left of the door and run past all enemies until you get to the side of the hallway. Run up the stairs to the corridor entrance and pick up the Great Frostblade. Head through the entrance on the right. Then take a left. Keep going straight until you reach the double doors. There will be a white moblin holding a royal claymore. I would recommend killing this one, since there is other loot in this room. After killing it, there will be a Royal Guard shield, Royal Bow, Royal Claymore, Royal Halberd, and a Royal Guard's bow, not to mention the Royal Claymore you just got from killing him. Go up the stairs and climb across the wall to pass the opening. Follow the path and walk through the door. Head through the hallway and take a left. A bombable wall will be located on the far left. Blow it up with a remote bomb, and grab the Royal Guard's broadsword. Leave the room and head straight through the double doors. You can grab all the items on the table and on the ground. On the far left will be a fireplace. Use magnesis to pull the Royal Guard's halberd out of it. Once you leave the room, head left down the staircase. Shoot the eye and head left. At the top of the staircase will be another moblin with a royal halberd. I would also recommend killing this one, since you also have to shoot the eye. At the top of the staircase will be a Thunderblade. Walk forward to pick up the royal bow. If this is your first time, there will also be a chest with 3 ancient arrows. Jump off the right side of the balcony and glide to the right until you reach the corridor. Use Cryonis to open the gate. Take an immediate left and head up the staircase. Take another left and run down the corridor. One more left and you will enter the guard's chamber. There will be 2 powerful Lizalfos sitting at a campfire. These are the 2 that I would recommend shooting with the ancient arrows. If you do choose to fight them regularly, do not use Urbosa's Fury. We need to keep the moblin at the bottom of the staircase alive. What we're going to do next is set a shock trap at the moblin's spawn point, so that he will be constantly electrocuted. Swing your Thunderblade, and mid-swing, pause the game. Then drop the Thunderblade. This will make its electric current flow when it's not being held. Use Magnesis and move it to the moblin's spawn point. Then drop one of your metal weapons, and use Magnesis to put it right next to the Thunderblade. Light the campfire with the Flameblade and sit at the campfire until morning. As soon as the cutscene is over, sit at the campfire until morning again. Every time you do this, another Royal Guard's Claymore will spawn. Note that after you sit by the campfire, you have to see the moblin's health bar go down a little bit. This shows that the moblin has been shocked by the shock trap, and you can sit by the campfire again. If this doesn't happen, go back to the trap and use Magnesis to move the weapons back to the correct spot. Once you're done duplicating, you can either let the moblin die on its own from the shock trap, or kill it yourself. Then, move the Thunderblade away from the metal weapons with Magnesis, and then pick it up. You can sort through all the Claymores to find the ones you want. If this is your first time, there will also be some boxes under the staircase. Use a weapon to break them and open the chest behind them. There will be a Savage Lionel shield. Once done, go back to the campfire and climb the wall to get to the staircase. At the end of the path will be a falcon bow and some chests. That concludes the full melee weapon guide. If you would like to see one for bows or shields, leave a comment.